Alright, today I'm going to show you how to make your homemade combiner box. I got a small solar panel kit set out there that's two 100 watts, and I got some Harbor Freight ones. You're going to need some Mc4 connectors, a drill bit like that. You're going to need a drill bit like this, because I already done this video once, and of course the battery died or camera ran out of film or whatever, so I'm just going to restart it, show you I drilled two holes for my out connector and the three sets of wires that are going to be coming in. And this costs you with the lid, with the sealed rubber seal on it, right around $11. The Mc4 connectors I think was 20 sets for like $10. I went out and bought some inline fuse connectors. These are just regular. I think they're 10 gauge or 12 gauge for your automotive store. Those were $3 a piece, so I got 3 of those, and $2.99 for 7.5 amp fuses to go in them. A bus bar that I bought, it was one big long one that I actually cut and made my two small ones.
Did you get the pick, Kirby?
Okay. That's one. Oh well, okay, now I have to go back and start all over. So, take a cut, and I'll go back. Alright, so you want to cut that down to fit inside, to go inside your combiner box. We'll come back periodically and I will show you exactly how I do it. Like I said, I got this drill bit to go in and drill the holes here, and it was the perfect size. You know, let me see if I can see it. Anyway, you want to find the drill bit big enough so
Jesus,
it just
man,
covers
get
the thread.
your shit together.
Okay, I got it now. Thank you. Now stop talking while I'm doing a video.
And bloody get rid of that bloody cigarette. Bloody smoke's going in front of the camera.
Alright, the cigarette's gone. And you also got to have a Dr. Pepper. That's a must be. You have to have a Dr. Pepper. Take a drink.
Stop drinking that sugary drink. I'm going to end up with diabetes one day.
And the voices you hear are not just, I'm not the only one hearing them. There's not voices in my head. They're ones coming from Australia. Anything wrong with this, and this whole setup, you blame Aussie Prepper.
Have you got to clean the microphone while you're cursing at me?
I wasn't cursing at you. I was explaining to the camera, if anything is done wrong, to blame Aussie Prepper. This is all being recorded. So, as you can see, you can hear him. Aussie Prepper's fault. Alright, so we got 3 of those fuses, because it's going to be 3 lines coming in, 1 coming out. As you can see, it's just a small...
It's 13.4 volts.
Look, it's kind of hard to talk to a camera when you keep rudely interrupting me. But anyway, this is, what is it called, Aussie? It is a combiner box. 3 setup, parallel.
It is a 12 volt parallel combiner box. Sorry, it's a 12 volt parallel Mc4 combiner box.
Yes, exactly what he just said. So, got my bus bars. This one's extra. Stick that to the side. I got my Mc4 connectors. I've got to drill me some holes in the back of here And I'll figure out how these are going to set in here. Can't see it, but I'm going to figure out how these are going to set in here. This is a 6x6 combiner box. You can get them at Home Depot. Like I said, they're only $11. And then, of course, you need your crimp connectors. So once you crimp them, they should all just slide right in. Alrighty. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do next. Which part? Alright, let's get these drilled. Take these screws out because we're not going to need them right now. And these already got holes in them. I actually drilled them because the other ones didn't line up. Same way with that one. So now I got a matching set, and they all should line up when I go to just use one of these to do it. So, let's see how this is. Okay, one's at the bottom and one's at the top. So we can do this one up here, and I can do this one right here. Let's see, 1, 2, that's coming off of there, it goes into there. Yep, okay. We'll do it both right down here. Got a magic marker, and I'm going to mark it right where it needs to be drilled at. One here, and one there. Same thing down here. One here. And one there. Now you get the little handy dandy. I already have the drill bit on there. I'm just going to sit here and drill them and drill right into my leg. Exactly what I did too. I just fucking drilled into my leg. Ta-da! Now I got my 4. I got the 4 holes drilled. I have to do some editing to this video. Now I got my bag. I got the screws in here. Got some countersinkable Phillips with a nut on them. Okay, I'm getting ready to install the fuses. So, to do that, these are the small connectors that go inside the Mc4 connectors. And there's a male and a female. I don't know if you can see that or not, but one goes into the other, and that's how they work. So I got to make sure I put the right ones in the right ones. So I'm pretty sure the males, smaller ones go into these ones, and then the bigger ones, which is the female, will go into that one. So separate them. I'm going to need 4 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. The rest could go back in the bag. We need this. There should be another piece there. And this. These all come apart. You have a lock ring that goes around a rubber insert on each one of these, onto the male and the female. So we're going to get this all situated, and which is going to be like, this piece is going to go over this one, then the insert same way, so it faces down, it goes inside there, and we're going to get it set to, this one's already got the fuse in it, already went ahead and installed the fuse in it. Okay, got it hooked up the right way. Got to make sure, looks like the male goes into the female, which I was doing wrong. So get it set through here, got all my other fittings in place, and hopefully I can get it pressed in there.
You can solder them too if you want. Just put a big blob of bloody solder on it.
Yeah. Might have set that wire too short. It's gonna be a bitch. Alright, it's really getting on my fucking nerves. Well, it's a good thing that one came off. I couldn't get it on. So, really getting fucking nerve-wracking. I don't know why this bitch won't go in.
You only want to go in where? Into the socket.
Yeah. I wonder if I'm putting it in right. Maybe it's got to come through the back way or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's got to go in through the back of it, not the front of it, you silly twit. It pushes through the back of the unit, so therefore you have to secure it to the box first, and then stick the wire in it with the pin in it. Come on, man, it's not that fucking hard. A 3-year-old can do it. Are you doing a Troy on me or what?
Dude, trust me, I'm trying here. It's not going in here, and I got to figure out why. I don't know, is there a special tool that installs these things or what?
No, you just push them in. That's it.
Sorry I didn't get a lot of that filming done. And when you're installing these tips on here, you can see how thick this wire is. and I'll show you the big difference. Take this, you got your other Mc4 connector, your male version. When you go to stick it in there, you need something stiff, something hard that can just go, and you can hear that click. When you try to do it on this one, you can't get the leverage. So what I'm going to do is try to get, once I get it in there, because I can't put it together outside the box here, once I get it in there, I'm going to see if I can get the end of this. It's a drill bit. See if I can get down in there and something to get a hold of it and push it into place. If that don't work, then I'll try a screwdriver. They might have special tools that actually that does that. So because, like I said, you don't need it if you had thick wire like this one. As you can see, there's a big difference, and you can push on that, pretty sturdy. You push on this, and that's what it does. So that was the problem I was having, and I had to get everything arranged in here right, because when you're building a box like this and your connector, your female connector goes on here like this, and you're combining them for this, you can't have a female connector coming out of where you're connecting it. I mean, a female and female. You want a male to female. This way it controls that same circuit, that same line. I don't know all the right words and terms, but that's what you got to make sure. You got to make sure that goes out. So if this is a hot wire, you want to make sure this is a hot wire. But when you're connecting your lines, you can't not connect a male to a male and a female to a female, so you can keep the same thing going. You'll understand more about it once I get it together, and I'll go through it thoroughly when I connect the solar panels up and the charge controller and the meter box, and test it all out. This way you don't short circuit your wires and stuff out. Right now I just put this one on, and that's the row of these, which was, all these are going to be my negative, because negative's going in here, or positive or whatever. So yeah, so negative's going in here. When it comes back out, it's got to come out, got to go in as female, come out as a male. This way the negative on the on your power box is going to go into here. This way it'll plug in together. So I hope I explained that right, because you really do want to get this right. Otherwise you're going to hook your wires up backwards, and you're going to wind up short-circuiting out and messing up either your charge controller or your solar panels or whatever. So I mean, you definitely want to make sure you pay attention and see how it's running. So it's taking a little bit longer, but that part was keeping me busy, because I still can't get this to go down into the into this. So we'll work on that next, but just want to show you how far I got, and there wasn't no sense, and I've been at this for a good 35 minutes, and so it's just taking a few minutes. Now I got to get this in here. Once I get it in here and I get it all connected, then I got to bend the wire around, and which is kind of hard because it is a stiff wire, to get it to line up to the bus bar in there. So I'll be back and I'll show you a little bit more. So you got this, you got a rubber grommet that goes down on there. See how it sets in place. You gotta make sure that's all the way down and in there right. Okay, that's all set in. Then you have another little cap, that's a squeezer type cap that goes on it, seals around it, and that sets that in place. Put this in. And as you get it in, I gotta feed the cap on it. Get it lined up, don't want to thread it. Very well. Got that to work. So you can get a picture of it. Got one more last one to put in, and I figure I'll take you along on that trip. Make sure. Okay. Okay, using a screwdriver is the only way I'm going to get it to work with this flimsy wire. So I'll show you here in 1 second. Got to get my cap on, my rubber inserts locked down, they're in place. Get it to go through here. Here's my female connector. Now I got to push on it with a screwdriver as I push on the other one. And presto, that got it to work. Which you probably didn't see in an earlier part of the video because I might have turned it off and I wasn't going to show it. But that took me 15 minutes to try to get that thing just to pop in, and I could not do it. I'm going to wind up destroying a couple of these right there. But it's in now. Installing the little rubber insert. And clamp. Screw on. Alright, stop making too much noise. Now you can always pause the video so you can take a good look at it. Now I got, this is the one I'm considering my hot wire. Positive, going to this bus bar. You can see the red, red, red. Now, I'm telling you it actually all in reverse because everything's coming in from here. So this is going to be my hot coming in, which are the red wires, going to this bus bar up front. And then coming up to this one, which, as you can see, there's a red washer on that on the male, and the rest are all black. The bottom one going to that way, and then of course the bottom one's on the outside, coming in and going to the bottom bus bar. Well, I hope this was somewhat informative. Maybe not how to do it, but each one of these has a 7.5 amp fuse in them, and I'm only going to have 5 amps coming in per line, so I think 7.5 is fine. Going out, that's all going to be going to the charge controller. So I hope you enjoyed this. Hopefully you learned something, or maybe how to or not to, but it's just the way I did it. I seen one online, so I figured I would make my own. It cost me right around probably about $40, $45 to make this, and probably not even that. So, but they wanted over $118 or $130 some dollars, somewhere around there. I know it was more than $40 some dollars. So it just took me a little time, a little ingenuity. Picked up everything that I needed, plus I actually needed bags. I mean, these terminals for all the solar panels and sets I have out there. So, thank you. Here's the lid to it. Once that goes on, it should be fine. But that's it. And then once I hook it all up to the solar panels and everything, I'll do another video on that. But until then, you guys take care. See ya.